Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve another very popular and important Leetcode coding interview question 2325, decode the message. So as you can see here from like dislike ratio, this is another quite likable and popular pretty recent problem on the Leetcode. So we are going to go through this problem today. We are going to understand this problem with some examples, and we are also going to understand the logic and Java solution code to solve this coding problem. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel now. Also click on the bell notification icon button right away so you won't miss any important postings from this channel. Here we create content and videos to help others in their interview preparation process. So let's start. You are given the strings key and message, which represent a cipher key and a secret message respectively. The steps to decode message are as follows. Use the first appearance of all 26 lowercase English letters in key as order of the substitution table. Align the substitution table with the regular English alphabet. Each letter in message is then substituted using that table. Spaces are transformed to themselves, right? For example, given the key happy boy, actually key would have at least one instance of each letter in the alphabet. We have the partial substitution table as H is mapped to A, right? A is mapped to B, so it will start with A. So H is mapped to A, right? Then A will be mapped to B, then P will be mapped to C, correct? And then Y will be mapped to D, correct? And B will be mapped to E and O will be mapped to F. You understood, right? So there you have to start mapping from this first character to A basically, right? So H will be mapped to A will be mapped to B, P will be mapped to C, and so on, right? Return the decoded message. So that is what the problem says. So it will be clear once we look into those examples. Constraint says that the 26 is less than equal to key dot length is less than equal to 2000. So the key will be maximum 2000 characters long. Key consists of lowercase English letters and space. Key contains every letter in the English alphabet A to Z at least once. 1 is less than equal to message dot length is less than equal to 2000. Message consists of lowercase English letters and a space. So it will contain space basically, and space, right? So let's take a look at some examples, then it will be more clear what they are saying. So this is the first example, right? The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is the key basically, right? And they want us to find out the value of this message, right? This message we want to find out the value. Okay, so if you take this key, what they are saying is you take these key characters one by one and map these characters from starting from A. So T will be mapped to A, right? H will be mapped to B. E will be mapped to C, right? Q will be mapped to D, and so on, right? Q will be mapped to D. U will be mapped to E, right? Then I will be mapped to F. So if you take a look here, you can see that, right? So T is mapped to A, right? And H is mapped to B, right? Here. And E is mapped to C, right? Q is mapped to D. U is mapped to E. Then I is mapped to F. Then C is mapped to G, right? C is mapped to G. K is mapped to H. And so on, right? So it will go until Z basically. So the last character G here will be mapped to Z basically, right? G is last character in English alphabet, so it will be mapped to Z. So if you first we have to create this mapping table. Now once you have this mapping table, you have to use that mapping table to find out the value of this message. So when you say V, right? When you say V, what characters you should put for that V? So let's remove this. Okay, so now you understood that mapping table, right? Okay, so your message is V. So for V you have to put T value basically, so you will put T here, right? Okay, for K, so for K, where is K? K you have to put H value there, so you will put H value here, right? For B, you will go and you will find out the mapping for B. The B mapping is for I, so you put I here, right? Then S, the S map to itself, so S map to S, so you will put S here. So you understood, right? So we are using that mapping table now that we have. B map to what? So let's take a look. B is mapped to I, so you will put I here, right? Then S is mapped to S, we just saw, so you will put S here. Then T is mapped to A, right? T is mapped to A, you can see here, so you will put S here, and so on, right? So this is secret, this is what will you will get as output. So first thing you have to do is you have to create this mapping table, right? So we can just use one mapping array to do that. So I'll show you how we can map that characters. And once we have the mapping table, then we can just use this mapping to find out the corresponding output message for this given input message, right? So now here the important thing is how will we do the mapping now. So for the mapping, if we know the ASCII codes of these characters, then our mapping will be very simple, right? So the ASCII code for A is 97 and it will keep increasing, right? So we know that. So these are the ASCII codes, just for your information, that because we'll be using this, right? So this is standard ASCII codes of A. So A is 97, B is 98, C is 99, D is 100, 101 is E, and so on, right? Now if you go all the way down, the Z is mapped to 122 ASCII code, right? Z ASCII code is 122. So these are the ASCII codes. So it means that we can just do the mapping in array, and then once we have the mapping, then we can just decode the message, right? So I'll directly go to the code and I'll explain you how we can do that mapping using the ASCII codes, which is pretty simple, and it's pretty lightweight, so the code will also run fast. So let's take a look at the Java solution here. So decode message is the method we are implementing. A key is given to us, message is given to us as input, and this method returns the decoded message, which is a string. Here we will create a character array for our mapping, because we want to map those characters, right, according to the given key. This will be 123. Why 123? Because the maximum value of mapping here of Z is 122, correct? That's why it is 123. Okay. Now we will create a string builder instance, right? Let's call it a string builder instance. Then we will create a first mapping for a one space character. So space character will be mapped to itself because it's given to us in the problem itself. Then you will have a character A. Here you will start iterating through the key. In this for loop you will start iterating through the key. So this is the key basically, right? This is the key. So you will start iterating so this is the key, right? So you will start iterating those characters for I is equal to 0, I is less than key dot length I plus plus, and your starting ASCII code is 97 because we want to map it from 97, because the ASCII code for A is 97, right? So that's what the comment says. A is 97, B 98, C 99, and so on, right? For Z 122, we just saw that, right? So that's why we will start our mapping from 97, correct? Because every first character we want to map it to A, right? I shown you that here, right? First character you want to map it to A, right? Okay, so you read that first character from your key, right? Key dot caret I. If A is not equal to blanks, that space character, and mapping of A is equal to 0, it means that there is no mapping right now for that character, right? Means that character is not yet mapped, right? Then you will put the mapping. So mapping of character A is equal to character C++. So you will convert that 97 into A, right, by using cast. You have to cast it to char, right? So 97 will get converted to A basically, correct? And then you will increment it to by 1, so it will become 98, so that the next character you want to map it to B, right? H you want to map it to B, then again next character you map it to C, right? So 97, 98, 99, 100, and so on, right? So now after this for loop you have the mapping array ready to use, right? So you have the mapping already, right, in this mapping array. So this point is clear, right? This part, okay. Once you have the mapping array, then it's pretty simple, right? Then you just go through the message character by character. So I is equal to 0, I is less than message dot length I plus plus, and what you will do here, you will read the corresponding mapping for that character from our mapping array that we created. So mapping of message dot char I, you will get the new character, you will append it to your string builder, right? For example, here you go to the v. So let me remove this. You go to the v, you find out the mapping for v here. So you found t, right? So you put t here, right? Next you go to the k, right? And for k you find mapping to h, you put h here, right? So exact same thing we are doing here in this for loop, right? And then you have to just convert the string builder into string. You can just pass it to the value of method of string class and it will give you the string, and that's pretty much it. So this is the way you can solve and implement this Leetcode problem 2325, decode the message. Another very popular string related coding interview question. So let's verify our answers for these test cases. So let's take a look. So for the first test case we are getting the message this is secret, this is a secret, which is a correct message output. For the second example, let's take a look. For the second example, we are getting the 5 boxing wizards jump quickly, which is again correct output, as you can see. So we'll submit this code now to the Leetcode. Make sure the code gets accepted by the Leetcode, and code is accepted. It's pretty fast, 92.29% on the performance side and 99.10% on the memory usage, which is a very good solution. Just by using an array mapping we have solved this problem on Leetcode. So I hope you understood this code, you understood how we have used the concept of ASCII codes, right, to solve this problem. So make sure you know these ASCII codes for this A to Z characters. Not all, but starting point should be 97. That's what we should know. And I'm going to add this Java code for you in my GitHub repository. Give you the link of my repository so that you can check out the other programming and algorithmic solutions there. Lots of other important programming solutions are available there for you, such as PL SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Java, J2, Unix, JavaScript. All these solutions are listed out there for you in the GitHub repository. Don't forget to check out those solutions. Those are important problems. Those are recently asked problems by big tech companies in their interviews. So make sure you go through them, understand them. They will definitely give you a good preparation for your interview rounds, will help you learn more concepts of computer science and programming. If you like those programming solutions in the GitHub repository, consider giving it a star on the GitHub repository. That would be great. If you are new to this channel, there is a very important coding interview related playlist we have created to help your interview rounds. It is called as Leetcode and Leetcode Solutions. More than 200 most frequently asked very important coding interview problems are compiled for you under one playlist. Those problems are asked by many big companies including Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, Uber, Lyft many times in their past interviews. They are very important coding interview problems. Make sure you go through them, understand them completely. They will definitely give you good preparation for your interview rounds, will help you learn more concepts of computer science and programming. If you want to practice more coding problems for your interviews, then there are 3 other playlists we have created for you here. The names of those playlists are Codeforces, CodeChef, AtCoder. Go check out the problems. Lots of interesting, important and exciting problems are waiting for you there. If you like this Java solution today, if you like the way we have used this character mapping array by using this ASCII values, then please give it a thumbs up to this video, give it a like to this video, subscribe to this channel. Subscriptions are very important because that's how the videos can reach to other people, so others will also be able to watch and learn from this channel. So do subscribe it, share this content with all your friends and colleagues so they will also learn programming and problem solving. Click on the bell notification icon button right away so you won't miss any important postings from this channel. Here we create content and videos to help others in their interview preparation and learning different computer science related concepts. If you're planning to take any Java interviews, then there are lots of Java J2E related videos we have created on this channel to help others. For example, frequently asked Java telephonic interview questions and how to answer them, Java design patterns, Java architecture, SQL programming questions to the freshers, where they will give you database tables, they will ask you to write SQL queries. If you want to learn more data structures and algorithms, you want to learn how to use them in interview problem solving, you want to learn how to write and implement Java solutions, then there are more than 400 different problems we have created on this channel to help you. Go through them, they will definitely be helpful for you. There is a small announcement over here, so we are soon bringing lots of interesting and fun videos about database fundamentals, PL/SQL programming and fundamentals of Unix programming for you here, where you will learn all fundamental concepts and basic concepts of databases, right from how to create views, stored procedures, triggers, functions, how to use aggregate functions, uh, where clauses, important windowing and ranking functions, along with partitioning. We'll show you with real-time practical database tables with data as well as SQL queries, so that you can understand how to approach and solve different PL/SQL coding interview problems. We'll also show you all important Unix commands and utilities and how to use them in solving Unix problems. So stay tuned to this channel, keep checking out the newly added videos here. Lots of fun videos for you are coming soon here on this channel. If you like the videos from this channel, if they're helping your learning process, you are learning more programming, problem solving, coding, then please do leave a messages, feedback and comments below these videos. Your feedback is very important for us. It increases our motivation to create more quality content videos on this channel to help others, so that others can also learn programming and problem solving. Keep learning, keep coding, keep solving more varieties of coding problems, and most importantly, keep your learning process and practicing going on continuously. And thanks for watching these videos.